Yeah, it's great. Okay, sorry, we were just chatting about the theme tune. We absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm here in the studio. Well, I'm not in the studio. I'm in John's office in Swindon. And John and I have teamed up to run an event, which we're going to talk all about. Now, we've 2 events that are coming up that we're very, very happy about. The first one, obviously, is Sino Bound's Men in Business, which is going to be a monthly network. And we're going to talk about why that's important. And then the other event, do you want to tell us all about it?
I can do if you like, Jamie.
Go for it.
So the other event, 15th of September, is called the Mistermind. So it's a day of personal development. See what I've done there?
I love it. I love it. Yeah. It's a boys event. And there's a reason for it, right? Because look, we understand that there is a need for diversity. We know that there's a need for equity and equality, and we get that. But I feel, John, and this is why I approached you when I wanted to run certainly the Men in Business, is because I think that men are sometimes forgotten. And there's so much out there now, and as a diverse company, we're very much about that. But this is how it all came about. So there's a bit of a story around it, isn't it? But I approached you around running a Men in Business network, so that we could support like-minded professional men who feel lonely, in their businesses. We know that is a space and it's a problem, but also mental health within men is statistically worse. It is less spoken about. Suicide, mental health caused by mental health is more prominent in men. And so I think there's a space there. It's a scientific space that we need to embrace. And then you spoke to me about the Mistermind's event. Yeah. And you told me that this is something that you're passionate about and you wanted to work with. And I absolutely loved it. So, and I am genuinely, and I've said it to you before, but I'm genuinely very proud to be able to come along, to be at the event, but also to be one of the speakers at the event, talking about my own journey through mental health, mental well-being, but also my own journey through professionalism and business. So anyone listening in, what can they expect from the Mistermind?
So Mistermind was born, I think, Jamie, with 2 things in mind. I was working one-to-one with a lot more men, as kind of we've discussed, one-to-one with men, successful businessmen, not even successful, but businessmen, I would say. Now, these businessmen wore a lot of hats, the dad hat, the business hat, the friend hat, all these hats. And I feel, again, offering someone, a man, a safe space to actually take the hats off and be more in tune with the person wearing the hat, I believe is important for men, because when you put these hats on, we forget who we are as people. So the Mistermind was born out of an idea of offering men a safe space where we can congregate together, discussing our own personal goals, our own personal values, our own personal beliefs around ourselves, hence the personal side of it. Because I think in a busy world, men can lose who they are. This is nothing against ladies. I love the ladies. It's nothing against the ladies, but ladies already do it. Yeah. I feel ladies kind of have more of that support network in business.
There's a community. There's women in business communities. There's LGBTQ plus communities. There's Asian communities. There's equality and sustainability. There's all of these communities are out there already, and there is a strong men in business community. And yet there's not a great deal. Like, if you search for it, it's really hard to identify somewhere where I can go as an individual and I can see myself. And that's the point. It's about identifying. It's about putting men of different genres, different development levels, different business levels, different professional level, all in one place, so that I can then, as an individual, start identifying people that I want to look up to or aspire to. And I've got my inspiration. I'm not going to lie. One of my biggest inspirations is Mark Wright, who won The Apprentice 2014. He's a very dear friend of mine. But he's the person that I kind of look up to in that business sphere. And I think everyone needs that. They need that inspiring mindset, and this is basically what we're looking to create.
And you know, even take the inspiring away from it, I just want to offer a safe space where like-minded men can be together to talk about their well-being, to talk about how they're truly feeling, to talk about their challenges. Because when we're getting into the real world, we all put this face on, everything's fine, everything's rosy, and I just want to offer this place where men don't have to. Men can be who, you know, how I'm feeling. I can talk about how I'm feeling, and to do that in a safe space where we can conduct a day of personal development. So working through challenges, working through your personal goals, working through your beliefs, working through your values. I think to offer something to men to be able to do this in a safe space without fear of judgment, I think is massive.
It's huge.
Massive.
Do you know, I think I can probably put an age on it. I think I was 39 when I started being Jamie McAnsh. Like really being me. You know, acting the way I want to act. Holding myself the way I want to hold myself. You know, approach life in the way that I wanted to approach. And I think I was 39 because up until that point, I'd always been what's the word? Peer pressure, you know. I always used to subside to peer pressure about who I was expected to be. And I think this is a big case for men. Is they're trying so hard to be themselves, but at the same time being the person that is expected of them.
Definitely.
And I think that's it's so important to be creating the Mistermind, but also then the men in business.
Definitely.
So when is the Mistermind event launching?
So the Mistermind event, we've actually launched it on several platforms to advertise it. There was 15 places available, 6 up till today. We're Friday the 3rd of August. If this is going out live, if it's not,
it'll be going out live. It'll be going out in a few days' time.
Okay.
But yeah.
So by Friday the 3rd of August, we have 9 places left.
Wow.
15th of September, Stanton House Hotel, which is near Swindon. Lunch is included. We got a guest speaker. Well, I'm still working on the guest speaker. I've just took him out for lunch. Hopefully, we've got a guest speaker. You know, £130 for a day of development, networking. If you know, I want that day to be however the fellas want that day to be, but I want to put a structure in there so we come away from the day thinking that was inspiring, listening to Jamie talk, but also I've got a more in-depth level of understanding of who I am at this precise moment.
Yeah, no, that's great. And then obviously we've got the Men in Business Network.
Yes, very exciting.
That's been launched. You're gonna have to remind me of the date on that. Actually, I should know this.
Who's on the See No Bounds bloody network?
Me. However, anyone who knows me knows that Charlotte organises me, right?
Charlotte, when is it? So with our first Men in Business See No Bounds network event online is the 6th of October. Friday the 6th of October is our first event. And you might want to put that in your diary.
It is in my diary. It is in my diary, I promise. And it will be running on the first Friday of every month from then on.
What time?
Oh gosh, 8:30. No, 9:30 till 10:30. He's putting me through the paces. So if you want to know my weakness, right, it's memory. And I don't have one. That's why we have Charlotte, who is amazing at everything. So,
but just on that as well, the reason, you know, the days and the time for even the Men in Business was carefully thought out between us, because by the end of the week, you know, we've had that kind of week at work where maybe there's been a few challenges that we can, you know, maybe want to bring to the table as well as networking, but also that specific time of 9:30 to 10:30. We didn't want to be too late in the day where people are logging off or closing down the business for the week or heading down the pub. So we didn't want it too late in the day. We also wanted it early enough in the day where dads can do the school run. You know, dads can do the morning task, have their cup of tea, have their cup of coffee. So we thought 9:30 was a good time where we can get them, you know, the morning task done. But it's not too late in the day where we're logging off and heading down the slaughtered lamb for a couple of pints.
Yeah, we did, and everything has been precisely planned. So come along, check it out. You can find all of the events on the See No Bounds platform. Just literally go to seenobounds.co.uk, jailmine.co.uk/events, and you will see them there. And we will see you at the Mistermind. John obviously will be hosting and running it, and I am very, very honoured to be the honourable guest speaker for the event, which I'm very excited about. And then John will then be hosting the Men in Business group every month, where we can stay connected, keep connected, and just create our own peer group, which is what it's all about. It's all about collaboration and growth.
Definitely.
And John, I'm super excited about both of these events. This video, we've kind of recorded it. I know we've pre-recorded it, but the idea of this is something that we can just promote it out and just push. So this video will be going out several times, so you'll be able to catch up on it. But from both myself and a massive thanks to John for putting his head above the pulpit, I think is what I'm going to say, and taking a brave move and doing something that is unique, which I think is absolutely brilliant.
Well,
So,
I think same to you, Jamie. You know,
should we just have a good hug?
I'm going to cry.
So that we're going to have a bit of a hug off camera, but
And a
we
cry.
will see you very, very soon. Take care. Any questions, you can drop me an email at jamie@sceneofbounds.co.uk, or just ring me, WhatsApp me on 0746 333 9555. And if you want to get hold of John,
You can you can call me 07947 808 675, or you can check out my website, jailmindsetperformance.co.uk. I'm on the Facebook. You had to remind me earlier. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn.
keep going.
Oh, right. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on Instagram, or email me at john@jailmindsetperformance.co.uk. And I'm also on the See No Bounds platform.
OBS.